Rồi, sư cô nhờ các con đứng dậy, mình chắp tay chào đón thầy vào dạy các con ha. Sư cô mời các con đứng dậy. Please. Ủa, như thấy Ngài lên rồi mà ta phải không? Sư Ngộ ơi, thấy thầy lên chưa? Thỉnh thầy lên giùm cái. Tự viên á. À, y, hả? Rồi. Sư cô một câu, tụi con câu nha. A, Di, Đà, Phật. 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 Yếu quá vậy, chắc bữa nãy mình ra chơi ăn ít với sao niệm yếu vậy ta? Lại nha, chút xíu nữa thầy lên tới rồi. Mình niệm lớn lên cho có năng lượng chút xíu nha. A, Di, Đà, Phật. 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 Di Đà Phật, chúng con chào thượng tọa Hòa thượng. Di Đà Phật.
Xong rồi ha. Cho thầy Thi xin cái set up cái đó ha. Rồi cái cho thầy xin một cái không giấy viết thì chắc các em nó không cần đâu. Khỏi đi. Rồi vậy đây ha. Rồi set up cái đó lên với cho cái bảng được rồi. Nha. So hello everybody. So you okay with Vietnamese? Yeah. 100%? No? I'm just kidding, okay? I know you only want English, right? Okay, so we're going to be 80%-ish English, and then 20%-ish Vietnamese. Yes? Yes? You okay? All right. Now while waiting for them to set up, we're gonna just again. You already chant the Buddha names, so now the next thing is because we how many people we have today to total? A lot. How many is a lot? Mình có được bao nhiêu ạ? Tại vì the reason is because tomorrow we gonna need to have.
Dạ thưa quý sư, mình có tổng số các em là bao nhiêu ạ? Dạ thưa tổng số tất cả ở đây.
Được 60 không ạ?
62.
62.
Dạ thưa 62.
Tại vì ngày mai mình có cái group presentation. So we're gonna divide them into groups so we know the numbers so we can divide them into. No, tomorrow. Or if we have time, we can do it today, and then tomorrow they come, and then we just divide them into groups. Yeah, and
thầy, thank you. We're going to divide it into groups. Huh? Yeah. So thầy is going to guide us. Yeah.
So now, you want to change the new way. Instead of Namo A Di Đà Phật, right? You can do we pay homage. You understand the word homage? H-O-M-A-G-E. Homage. You got it? We pay homage to Amida Buddha. Is that good? That's all in English, right?
Yeah.
Is that good? This is a new way of the same thing, but the other way is in Vietnamese, and this new way is in English. So we're gonna, okay? So we pay homage to Amida Buddha. Amida, it doesn't matter, yeah. Because the Sanskrit. No, Amida Buddha. Yeah, Amida Buddha.
God.
Okay?
So it's they would like us to chant in English or English. Actually, it's Sanskrit. We pay homage. That's English. And the name of the Buddha is Amida. Phải không thầy?
So you clear now?
Amida
Yeah?
Buddha.
Can we do now?
Please put your hand
Okay.
in front of your heart.
So we can start, okay?
Yeah.
Put your hand together. We chant in English. We pay homage to Amida Buddha.
Thưa thầy, bao nhiêu lần?
3 times. And
3
that's it.
times.
Because
please.
while waiting for them to set things up, okay?
Yeah.
All right. You ready? Okay. Louder, as much as you can, okay? We pay homage to Saki Amita Buddha. We pay homage to Amita Buddha. We pay homage to Amita Buddha.
Bow down halfway again. Thank
Okay, so please sit down, and we're going to start our program soon. But before we're going to get into it, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the program for 2 days. Okay, so today we're going to talk about the 5 precepts. You understand the word precepts? What does that mean? Precept. So tight. What does that mean? Rules. Or what? Regulation. Right? Regulation. Same meaning. But the precept is sort of like a little bit more than, it's more like a rules. But today we're going to learn about 5 of them. The precept sort of like, if you want you vow to follow these precepts or rules, because these things help you to prevent or also intervene if you get yourself into trouble, something wrong. So the precepts or rules just help you to prevent, or you might say prevention, from getting yourself into something trouble. Or if you somehow make a mistake and get yourself into trouble, the 5 precepts will help you to intervene with the problems you're facing. You got it? So there are 2 kinds of functioning of these precepts. The first one is, like I said, what? Prevention. Right? Prevent the problems from happening by keeping the precepts. Right? And then the second one is what? Intervention. Right? So this help you to save yourself from troubles. And I know that you're not going to be learning these in your school at all. So today sort of like give you some ideas about prevent yourself from doing something wrong, and also help you intervene if you somehow make a mistake doing something wrong. So this is perfect for your future, from now on. So by vowing to accept the 5 precepts, now we know that we're not perfect, right? And that's why I guarantee you, you will make mistakes for sure. Right? Because you're not a perfect, you're not like a Buddha yet. You are Buddha to be. So you will make mistakes. But these precepts will help you from committing too deep into your mistake, to your problems. Okay? You got it? So we're going to explain to you what these 5 precepts is about. And now remember this. You don't have to keep them all, but you try. I suggest you try to keep them as much as you can. Just like when you're on a diet, right? You only eat things that help you, that keep you healthy, right? And you sometimes you kind of flax off and eating something that might have, not healthy for you. But you try as best as you can to eat something healthy. And this is one of the healthy spiritual food for you. This is about spiritual food. It's about your mental food. If you keep the 5 precepts, it's kind of the food that's trying to help nurture your mental health, okay, in the future. All right. So it's I will try my best to make it fun. So I would like all of you participate. If you think of something, if you have any questions, any concern, anything you don't understand, raise your hand. Then nothing like stupid or smart. You don't understand, you ask the questions. It doesn't matter. Don't worry about, this is a stupid question. No, I don't know, right? When I don't know, I ask the question, period. Right? So don't worry about whether the question is stupid or not. There's no such thing in learning. We don't understand, we ask question, period. Right? Okay. Can we move on with the content of our lesson for today? Are you ready? Okay. Now, if you don't understand something, raise your hand. We all together try to help you, okay? All right. So let's do the first one, the summary. Let me read the content, and then if you don't understand, we will explain to you and then move on to the next slide, okay? The 5 precepts are in Pali. In Pali. That means in the ancient Indian language. Pali, they call Pali, P-A-L-I, okay, called Pancha Sila, okay. Pancha means 5 and Sila means precept, okay, are the foundational guideposts for living a happy, mindful, and harmonious life in Buddhism. Think of them not as restrictive rules or commandments or from a higher power, but as a voluntary training manual to protect your peace, your mental health, and the people around you. You see the 3 kind of prevention and protection. Your peace, your mental health, and the people that you love around you. Okay? For young people, navigating modern challenges like social media drama, peer pressure, and self-doubt, these precepts are incredibly relevant. Here is the detailed breakdown using 7 main points to see how they apply to the youth today. Does that make sense to you? Okay, please, the next slide. First, protecting life. Compassion over cruelty. Compassion over cruelty. The precept to abstain from taking life. At its core, this precept is about developing deep empathy for all living beings. For today's youth, it goes beyond just not killing animals or insects. It is a commitment to fostering a safe environment where everyone can thrive without fear. Modern context is directly opposes bullying, cyberbullying, and hazing. Why? Can you tell why? Why not killing? Why not killing? What you doing that for what? For what purpose? When you're not killing, you're nurturing what? You're nurturing compassion. You're developing compassions. And with compassions, because the bullying, cyberbullying, or hazing is you try to, give fear to the others. And compassion means you try to develop your own compassions, but at the same time, you try to teach, you try to share, you try to live your way with compassion as well. I know it's not easy. We all have what? The ego. Right? You understand the word ego? Ego? Yeah? No? Ego. What is it? What is it? Yes? Cell, the cell, just the cell. Not the esteem in here. You only think of yourself. You don't think of the others. Forget you. Just for me. Me, 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 me. Yes? That's the ego. That's the ego talking. That's the cell talking. When you develop this kind of selfishness, you don't have compassion. You only think of you. And I know, as a young person, you always think of you. And it's harder to think of others, to help others. Let me give you an example about a story relating to the selfishness. When you in life, we often have some sort of problems coming up, right? We don't have control over problems, right? Yes? Can we control? No, we don't know. Whenever problem pop up in our life, then we how we gonna respond to that problems? That's the important thing, right? When problem pop up, like your friends betray you, for example, and your loved one cheating on you, and so on, right? And then at the time you feel pretty bad, and it's on your responses to that situation. And most of the time you feel pretty bad because you're being what? Being cheated by your loved one, right? You feel it's not good, and that's why your heart, the first time when you facing your problems and you keep thinking about yourself, you always think of yourself, and then the more you think of yourself, you try to protect yourself, right? Right? And when you try to protect yourself, that means what? You build a wall. You know what I mean? You build a wall around you. You don't open up to others because you're afraid of being cheated again, right? And that's why you build up a wall. You don't want to deal with the other person. You only think of yourself. I would take care of myself first, whoever later. I want my own benefit first. Even you have to deal with the problem, the other problem. I promote my own self-benefit. I don't care about you. Right? What does that mean? That means you close your heart. Right? Because in order to open up your heart, you have to do what? You have to show your care, your compassion to others. But the more you try to show and care for others, the others take advantage of your compassions. They cheating on you. They disloyal into you. They saying bad thing behind your back. So what do? You withdraw in your, yes?
Go.
You withdraw in your ego, in your cocoon. You know the cocoon? Right? You withdraw behind your wall. You don't want to deal with any problem out there. I don't care because I'm so, disturbing with what people treating me. And the more you withdraw into your selfishness, your egoism, your selfishness, the more you close yourself down. And when you close yourself down, your heart, what? Shrinking. You know what I'm talking? It's become smaller. And that means your compassion becomes smaller. Right? Because you're afraid of being cheated again. Right? Being treated badly again. And in this precept, the precept try to help you learn how to open up your heart. learn how to deal with the problems when you try to become a compassionate person. Being a compassionate is easier or difficult? Why? A lot of guts. What kind of guts you're talking about here? Exactly. The reason is because our human nature, we tend to what? We were born with ego, with selfishness, right? Right? But now the Buddha is saying that's not helpful for you in the long run. And now you need to learn how to open up your heart. And then suddenly your human nature say, no, that means I have to sacrifice myself for this kind of thing. But the problems in now today world, we are not alone. We have to deal with a lot of things out there. And if you try to close down your heart, you become what? Isolated. When you become isolated, you become what? You feel what? Depressed. You feel lonely. Nobody to play with. Nobody to care for. Right? Right? What happened to you? You become what? Withdrawn. You look around, everywhere is, oh, there are enemies out there. I don't want to get out. I'm so scared. I'm staying in my house. The more you stay in your house, that means you become your ego house. The more you become depressed, the more you become isolated, and you'll become depressed. What else? What's wrong with it? When you become depressed, what happened to you first? You become isolated. And what's wrong with being isolated? Yes? You become lonely. What's wrong with become lonely? Yes? You see, you just sit there, possibly think of, uh-oh, is you getting to the dangerous zone right now? Yes? Come again? You stop socializing. And when you stop socializing, that means, do you smile anymore? Because when you smile with yourself, it's silly. Right? People look at, oh, something wrong with this person. You know? See? So when you smile with others. When you smile with yourself, people look at you, something wrong. Something not right. Right? So that means when you shut down your heart, you're unable to smile, you become isolated, you become depressed, and then, now remember, you grow up, you have to deal with the society out there, and now you shut down everything. What happens? That's not good for you, not good for your future at all. So the first precept, protecting life, that means protect yourself. Protect yourself from có nói nhưng mà phải giải thích chứ còn tự nhiên nói không mà nó không hiểu. Phải không nè? Mình nói không nó chắc cháu nó không có hiểu. Phải đi sâu vào vấn đề để nó hiểu. Tại các cháu này nó intelligent lắm, nó thông minh lắm. Không thể nói mà sơ sơ được. Phải không? Cho các cháu nó hiểu để nó nắm cái why you want to get these precepts. That's my purpose. I want to convince you. Because I have my own precepts, right? And I'm happy. So that's why I want to share with you. So, the protecting life is protect not only the life of others, like animal, insects, and your friends, but also your own life. Your own life, right? You're keeping this, that means you're keeping your compassion. You keep feeding your compassion. You try to open your heart. You make yourself become more open, generous. A good person. Not enclosed, not closed-minded, but open-minded. Good examples. Choosing to step in or report when a classmate is being roasted or excluded in a group chat rather than joining in or staying in silence. It also includes practicing self-compassion, not harming your own mind and body with negative self-talk or self-sabotage. You see? The precept try to protect you from harming yourself and others. The more you protect yourself, and then at the same time, you also try to protect others. That's the compassion, right? Can you do it? Can you? Yes. Yes. You do the best you can. The Buddha say you don't have to sacrifice yourself for this thing. You just try your best. This all I can do. Right? That's why you have what? You have friends. Right? You have your buddies. Right? You have your close friends, your best friends. Are you willing to help them or not? Yes? That's compassion. Right? Or you only think of yourself. Is that a good friendship? If you see my friend, but she always, she needs to do good for me. I don't need to do anything for her. Is that a good friendship? Friendship is a two-way street. Right? She doing something for you, or he doing something for you, you respond, you do back. You repay what they helping you, right? Is that at the same time that person open their heart to you, you also open your heart to them. Now, critically, there's something that we need to talk. What happens if you open your heart to your friends and then your friend betray you? Uh-oh. I have to bring it up because it's happened, right? Yes? Does it happen to you? Yes? Have you ever been betrayed by your friend? What happened? What do you think? What happened? You've been through that kind of situation before? Yes? What did you do? What did you do?
I blocked him.
What?
I cut ends with him.
You couldn't answer?
I never saw him again.
You never see that person again. And now you have another new friend or what? Yeah? So you're able to forgive that person and open up your heart to a new friendship. Yes? That means you learn a lesson. You learn a lesson. In life, you learn your mistakes and you try to fix it, and then you apply to another situation. Always. So compassion over cruelty. Very important. So the first precept is about compassion. Okay? Remember that. About loving kindness. That's the first one. Please, the next slide, please. Second precept. Respecting ownership. Interesting, huh? Respecting ownership. Generosity over greed. This is kind of even open up more. Expand your heart even further. The precepts to abstain from taking what is not giving. What is not given. To abstain from taking what is not given. This means respecting the property, time, and boundaries of others. It encourages a mindset of abundance and gratitude rather than craving what belongs to someone else. Modern context. In the digital age, this highly related to piracy, plagiarism, and intellectual property, as well as invading someone's digital privacy. Yes? Yes? It's a good example here. Resisting the urge to copy paste an essay from ChatGPT. Is that practical? Or an online article and claiming it as your own school work. Is that cheating? Yes. It also looks like respecting a friend's privacy by not secretly strolling through their phone messages when they leave it on the table. Have you ever tried that? Admit it. No? See? It's happened. And when it happens, we make mistakes. Right? We learn a lesson. Okay, I make mistakes. The key thing about learning is you accept that you make mistakes, and then you can fix it. Okay? So respecting ownership means don't take anything that belongs to others. If they don't give it to you, don't touch it. Is that a good precept? Do you want that too? You want your own thing, and you don't want others to take it away from you, right? Yes? So that the precept promote the privacy. Right? And when you think that's my own value, I never take things that others don't approve. Only when they say, okay, you can take it, then I take it. If they say no, then I don't touch it. That's my values. That's my principle. I don't do that. What this help you? Because later on when you grow up, a lot of things out there, you see right here, what does it mean? Greed. You become greedy. When you become greedy, you do what? You take things that do not belong to you. You steal. Uh-oh. Is that a good behavior? No. But the problem is, the more you do it, the lesser you feel bad. When you steal quite often, what happened? You keep stealing. See? The first time you feel pretty bad, and then the second, the third, the fourth, and so on, you no longer feel bad at all. And that's the problem. And that's the problem in your life. You sacrifice your good life for something pretty bad. Okay? So that's the second precept, respecting ownership. I don't take anything that doesn't belong to me. Okay? Including cyber, online, and so on. If I take it, I do what? If I need that kind of help, I do what? I ask them, I give credit. Okay, this sources I got it from ChatGPT. This one I got it from online. You give them credit for what you get from them, right? Right? That's what you need to do. Okay? Any question for the number 2? Respecting ownership. Yes? No? Okay, please move on to number 3. Honoring relationship. Responsibility over exploitation. Now we're going to do this and then we're going to take a small break. I know, listen too much, it's kind of overwhelmed, right? And after this, we're going to take a small break and then we keep trying to finish as much as we can, okay? Don't worry about it, I know. Number 3, the precept number 3, honoring relationship, responsibility over exploitation. The precept to abstain from sexual misconduct. Also, you might say relationship misconduct as well. For youth, this precept is fundamentally about emotional responsibility, consent, and treating intimacy with respect. It teaches you not to use other people as tools for validation or temporary pleasure, and to avoid breaking trust. Modern context, navigating dating apps, hookup culture, and casual relationship without causing emotional trauma to yourself or others. Okay? Good example. Being completely honest with someone you are dating about what you want, or someone that you're making friends with, okay? Rather than leading them on or ghosting. What does that mean? Them just because things got complicated. It means honoring your commitments and treating your partner's feelings as valuable. The other saying, treat others as you want to be treated, right? Is that you want to do that? Or you want to treat others like that belong to you? No. And the problem with friendship is sometimes we take advantage of your good friends for your own benefit. Now remember, good friends is not easy to come by. The good friend is just at the beginning. When you meet with a friend and you think that friend is a good one, a better one, you better nurture, you better try to maintain that relationship, because good friendship is not easy to come by. Right? Agree? Yes? Because good friends, a lot of bad friends out there, bad people out there. And if you find somebody being honest to you, being good to you, they take good care of yourself, try to respond well to that. Try to maintain that kind of relationship. Now, can you define friendship to me? Who you consider as your friends? No, I want you to be more specific. Yes? Exactly. But who in your inner circle, let's say, in your inner circle, who do you think can be your friends? And that means who? Someone mean who specifically? I'm talking about, can your parents become your friends? Can you? Can they? Yeah? Are you sure? They are family. Family cannot be friends. You see, that's the wrong. When you try to defend when you try to define friendship, you need to be more specific. Can your family members become your friends? Can you? Why? I always ask why. You see, because they are the one you can trust, right? They the one helping you. They the one being honest to you, right? Right? Even sometimes you don't like them, right? Are you sure? Yeah? Sometimes you don't like your family members, right? But they always try to help you. They try their best to help you. Regardless you like them or not, So can you do that with your parents, with your family members? With your sibling, if you have any siblings? Yes? Right? Because they're closer to you, right? And then, of course, your classmate, your other friend outside, right? Right? You can do that. So you're honoring relationship. Now, being honoring relationship, that means you being honest to your friends, right? Right? What does that mean? You being honest to your family member, because if you consider them as your friends, you have to be honest with them. I think somebody's saying, it's hard. Can you do that? Being honest with your parents, with your family members. Can you? Now remember, when you were young, when you like 4, 5, 6 years old, were you being honest to your parents? Yes? Yes or no? Yes. Why not now? Uh-oh. Now I'm grown up. I don't want to be honest to my parents. Uh-oh. Is that a good thing? No. You see, honoring relationship, right? Honoring relationship means being honest to whoever you think in your relationship, right? I asked the hard question, huh? I know. Think about it. So anyway, can you stand up, take a short break, and think of if you have any questions so far, okay? And you have any more questions, any concern? Okay, stand up, take a break for 5 minutes. Okay. Quý sư cô cho thầy một miếng nước chứ. Có nước không? Có nước không? Không sao. Con hỏi đi. Okay, good question. I will try. I don't mention your name, okay? I will try to very good questions.
Because con nghĩ if bạn con thích cái áo đó, tại sao con phải nói cái áo này không có nhìn đẹp on bạn, và con không muốn. Yeah.
It's okay for you. Con cũng phải nói cho mọi người nghe vậy không? Hay là con?
Dạ được. Dạ con nói được. Dạ. Okay.
Pasting in ChatGPT, and you take the text and then you write it in your own words. So it's like the same thing, but then it makes it sound like you wrote it.
Yeah, you can do that. But if you think sometime, because the rules of thumb is have to be less than 50%. Right? If you write something is more than 50% exactly from that text, then that means you blasirate the content. And you have to give them credit. You have to put in the quotation mark. Okay, this is from this sources, because this is a good idea. I try to get the idea, and this is a source from ChatGPT and so on. You don't just take it and without give them. That means stealing the intelligent. Exactly. See? You got it? Less than 50%. Yeah, như là phải. Yeah.
Giống như con trong cái gia đình con, giống như con xã con giống như đối xử con không có gì hết. Con không có nghĩ giống như nãy chị nói mà thông thường con nghĩ nhân quả. Con cứ giống như con cứ chịu đựng mà con thấy bữa nay thì dạy cái hay là cái phần số 2 á, là giống như là biết là trường ông có một cái gì đã trong quá khứ quý vị là ông trick, giống như trick thì không có good. Ông cảm thấy như depressed, isolated, xong ông thành ra con nghĩ cái đó rất là hay.
Mình phải hiểu, bởi vì ai cũng vậy, khi người ta có cái gì wrong á, người ta cư xử mình không tốt á, là nó có cái gì something wrong với mình. Cho nên cái compassionate là chỗ đó, là mình có thể thấy được, mình open heart, mình thấy được rằng something wrong with that person. Còn thường mình luôn luôn thấy là something wrong, mình bị wrong, mình bị người ta cư xử wrong chứ mình không thấy người ta wrong. Thấy chưa? Mà cái đó có nghĩa là mình không có compassion. Vậy khi mình nghĩ như thấy mình wrong không, nó là không phải là compassion nữa, nó là vấn đề selfish. Hay ha, hay như là vậy. Okay. Lee, try to get back to our lecturing, please.
Hey, hey, hey.
Go sit down.
Sit down, sit down. That includes you too. Go sit down, go sit down, go sit down. 5 more seconds? Too much love, bro. Too much love, bro. Go sit down. 3, 4, 5. Okay, go.
Someone in my group and your group actually.
Okay. Please sit down. We will gonna continue with our lesson, but before we do that, I have a person, and I have to say that this is a bravery behavior. With the crowded, a lot of people like this, and you willing to open your heart, you want to say something about you, that bravery to me. Okay? That's a person who want to ask the question regarding the friendship. Who is that? Okay, can you talk over this? Okay. I asked permission and she okay, so that's why.
Dạ, Di Đà Phật. Dạ, con muốn hỏi khi bạn của con or bạn gái của mấy anh hỏi like I really like this dress, but does it look ugly on me? So do I tell them the truth and say, yes, you look really bad in that dress? Or do you lie to them and say, no, if you like it, just get the dress?
Okay, thank you, con. Thank you. Oh, before that, I want you to answer, how do you respond to that kind of questions?
So con nghĩ that if chị đó là bạn thân của con phải I have to tell the truth. but if they're kind of like a friend that I'm not very close with, then I'll probably tell them it's okay and they could get the dress.
Oh, sao con?
Để khỏi đợi.
Ở đây con có gì con đưa cho thầy nha.
Okay, sure.
Con cầm thầy đưa nha, con đưa nha. Okay. So you see, getting a good friend is not easy. And sometimes you got to understand, good friends sometimes have some sort of conflicts. Có những cái gọi là mâu thuẫn đó, cái sự mà gọi là friction đó. Tức là có những cái, con hiểu friction không nè? Có những cái conflicts going on when you have a good friends, right? Now, the key things about consider that person a good friend or not. How do you know? How do you know? There are two kinds of things when a person criticizes you for something, right? Right? When someone criticizes you something, let's say a simple thing, there's two kinds of purposes, right? One is about there are two kinds of things. When somebody criticizes you about your dress or something, or your behavior or something. One thing is they call constructive, right? You understand the word constructive? Yes. The other thing is what? The other thing is what? Destructive. What does it mean, destructive? Yes? Yeah, her. Let's say.
That thank you. That they criticize you in for the purpose of bringing you down or to make you feel bad about yourself.
You see? Now, the key thing is how do you respond to that kind of destructive criticism? If that person purposely try to criticize you destructively, is that a good friend? Is that you consider that as a friend or not? No. That's not a friend. A friend, when they say something, they criticize you for the purpose of making you a better person, right? They criticize you constructively so become a better person. Their purpose is to make you better, right? That's why you have to look deep into their criticism. If they really try to help you to become a better person, or they just criticize you because they want to take you down. You got my, you see the purpose? Yeah? But most of the time, we don't like to be what? Criticized. You don't like people saying bad things about you in general, right? But sometimes you have to look deep into that and think if that they say it constructively or they say it destructively. So about your bad dress, what do you think? Is that destructively or constructively?
I think it depends how they say it. But if their intentions were good, then I think that's constructive criticism.
Exactly. You see? When they try to make you look more beautiful, right? Oh, this ugly. Get another one, right? And you understand that this person really tried to make you beautiful, look better, right? But if you say, oh, this is look ugly, you know, and they say it on purpose of making feel bad about going to, following your religion, going to the temple and so on, then that means they're not your friend. You have to be careful with that kind of friendship. The problem is because sometimes if you don't realize that you're in a bad relationship, when you're in a bad relationship, you hurting what? You're hurting yourself and others as well, right? It's not just you. When you're not happy, what happens? When you're not happy, when you're not mentally healthy, what happened to other person around you? Exactly. See? They're not happy too. You're not happy, they're not happy. Period. Right? And that's why we early on I asked if you consider your parents or your family member as your friends. Because when you're not happy, they're not happy. Of course, we're talking about friendship. Sometimes we have something secrecy, for our own. Because sometimes there's some certain thing that we don't need to talk. But most of the time, being honest to your friends, to your family members, that helps in the long run. Okay? That helps. Okay. So number 3, honoring relationship. Treating your partners, treating your friends with respect. Is that difficult or easy? Easy. If you think that they're good friends, then you respect them. When you say something, you have to be careful, mindful that, okay, now I try to help you, okay? I'm saying that you have a bad dress. I'm not trying to take you down or anything. I'm just saying it's really bad. It doesn't look good. You need to figure out something, right? But that's honest. It's from my heart. I'm not saying that because I don't like you. No, that's different, right? And that's being honest with each other. And when somebody being honest to you, say, oh, this is a good one, right? I need to keep that one. Please move on to number 4. And then after this, we're going to maybe adjourn, okay? Number 4, this is very important. Speaking truth. Authenticity over deceptions. Number 4, precept number 4, to abstain from false speech. This happens all the time in your group of people, right? There's a rumor, there's a jealousy, there's all sort of false speech going on. This precept is incredibly powerful for young people today. It involves committing to truthfulness, but also to speech that is kind, useful, and unifying. It means avoiding lies, gossip, harsh words, and divisive talk. Modern context, controlling the urge to spread rumors, posting fake news, or exaggerated flexes on social media, and talking behind a friend's back. Is that happening sometime? Being honest here. Yes? Okay, let's say a good example. When a rumor about a peer start circulating at school or on campus, choosing not to repeat it or add to the threat. Instead, you choose to speak words that heal or simply remain silently supportive. Why we have to spread rumors? Why? Why? What's wrong with it? You try to spread rumor, right? Sometime. Why? What happened?
Because like people they feel something good, like kind of juicy.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
They like feel like they want to spread it with other friendships, other friends.
Exactly. But my question is, why that person want to do that? Why? Why that person want to spread out the juicy informations?
It could be out of jealousy or to bring down other people.
To take down other people's? What else beside that? What else? Why people spread out rumors?
It can cause miscommunication and
But
like
why? Why they do that?
to get people to know about a certain fact or a certain like untrue thing about somebody just to get like community.
So trying to get people to notice something, right? But the key here, if you look deeply, why that person do that? Now remember, and that person do that all the time. That means what? That person try to get, see, Is that true? I'm the information center. If you want to know something, come and see me. I am the important person. I know everything what's happening around here. I'm the important person because I know. And that's the problems. What does that mean? That person trying to do what? The more you pay attention to the fake news, the more you need to pay attention to that person. You need to go around. You ask, hey, have you heard about that news? And then you get the information from that person, and then you go and spread around. And not just you, but a lot of people try to get to that person, try to get that fake news. And the more you spread around the fake news, that person get famous in a weird way. See? But that's what they want. That's what they want. I'm nobody. I'm a nobody. Now suddenly I become somebody. You got it? I become somebody because I got the news. You don't get the news. Even it's fake news. So be careful. Speaking truth, authenticity over deception, because people will try to do that all the time. Try to get your attention. Try to get to become famous. And that's how you do that kind of things. And if you look deeply, you can see that you should be ashamed of yourself. Because something, when you try to send the rumor out, spread the rumors, and that's not a true thing, that means you're not being honest to yourself. You're not a good person yourself. Yes?
Basically, for 1 minute, you're just living your normal day, and the next, you got the entire world in your house to ask if what you did was real.
Exactly. Because that's so easy. 1 minute, you're nobody, and second minute, you become famous. Everybody knows who you are. And especially in your school, right? You have a information center, rumor information center in your school. Every single time you hear something going on in your school, you go to that person. Yes? Be careful. Be careful. That's why when you need to make sure you ask the right person, you go to the right person for that information. You not just go around and ask around to get the information, because you end up hurting yourself. People might blame you for that fake news because you get it from the wrong resources or wrong sources. But anyhow, so that's the 4 precepts so far. We have one more to go for tomorrow, right? Because we don't have time for the number 5.
Thank you.
And then we're gonna before we go, I'm gonna summarize. So we have total 5 precepts, but so far we go through 4, right? The first one is what? Can you repeat? No killing. That means
no
compassion over cruelty, right? Compassion over cruelty. The second one is what? No stealing. What is that? What does that mean? Respecting ownership.
Other ownership.
Right?
Yeah.
Don't take things that do not belong to you.
Given to you. Yeah.
What the third thing?
No sexual misconduct.
Relationship misconduct.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
That means you have to respect your relationship.
Yeah. Commitment.
Commitments. You respect whoever try to do good for you. You try to respond. It's a two-way street. You try to do the best you can with your friendship, with your relationship. What about the number 4 over here? Speaking truth. No
truthfully.
rumors. Truthfully. No rumors. Don't gossiping. Not spreading out
truthful information.
Okay, not spreading out fake news. Okay, anything that's not truthfully, please. So that means you have to investigate. You have to make sure before you talk. All right. Anything else? Any questions so far? All right. So why don't you just all stand up? We're going to, again,
Everybody off the rugs. Drop thigh. We're going to head down for lunch very soon. Stand up straight.
So now before we end, I want to ask for you to give me your criticism constructively to me personally. What grade do you give it to me today? A, B, C, D, F. Which one? Which one? If you give me an A, raise your hand. Uh-oh. How about a B? Okay. How about a C? How about an F? Kidding. I take it. Even you give me an F, I take it. That's your being honest to me, okay? That's okay. We'll take it. But so far, I'm not doing that bad. I'm still somewhere in the B plus somewhere area. Okay, that's good. I will try my best tomorrow to get an A, okay? All right, so now let's do the chanting so we can get to your lunch, okay? So we're going to chant in Vietnamese, right? Okay. Nam mô A Di Đà Phật. Nam mô A Di Đà Phật. Nam mô A Di Đà Phật. Thank you for joining us and have a great day. Thank you.